Anxiety is when your brain trains on imaginary problems. Our minds evolved to protect us from lions, and now they panic over likes and messages. Anxiety is like time travel with bad Wi-Fi. You're trying to live tomorrow's problems while missing today's life. Right now, you're okay, but your brain is holding emergency meetings about what might happen. Your worst-case scenarios move into your head without even asking for permission. It's not about never worrying. It's about choosing what deserves your mental energy. Stop feeding this machine, and life won't fall apart. It'll actually flow better. Your mind is like a submarine with sealed compartments. Shut off the hatches of yesterday and tomorrow to perfectly handle today. Today is always served in small, digestible portions. You never face life all at once, only one moment at a time. Right now, this moment is all that physically exists. We're terrible at predicting the future, but excellent at ruining the present with it. Mental multitasking across time zones is a sure recipe for disaster. When you seal today's compartment, your problem-solving power skyrockets. All mental energy goes to real tasks. It becomes easier to breathe, easier to think, easier to live. Simple presence in the here and now reveals the essence of what's happening. And right there, in the clarity of the moment, lies power. Stop trying to control what couldn't care less about your control. It's like yelling at clouds, hoping to change the weather. Your thoughts, actions, and reactions, that's your kingdom. Everything else is just a guest who doesn't get a residence permit. We spend 90% of our energy trying to control what we can't influence. Meanwhile, our stress response, our real super tool, remains unused. When you channel energy into what you truly can control, extraordinary calm arrives. Your mental load drops instantly, and resistance fades because now you work with reality, not against it. You stop fighting windmills and start organizing the fortress within. Your strength returns, no longer scattered by external chaos. In this focus lies clarity, resilience, and a surprising sense of freedom. Anxiety is a mental time travel that spoils your present and causes seasickness of the mind. Every future moment becomes the present, and you'll deal with it then, not before. We rehearse conversations like actors for a play that might be canceled. Worry is a terrible forecaster. Your future self will likely solve problems you've never imagined. Right now, in this moment, there are no future problems. Only artificially created anxiety imports future problems into your present. Remember, it's here, in the now, where your true power lives. The stronger you grip this moment, the less room there is for phantoms of the future. Anxiety vanishes when you stop feeding it attention. Then you start to live not in the imagined later, but in the only time that truly belongs to you. Your worries fall into two categories: those you can act on and those that are just mental entertainment. Every worry comes to a crossroads. Can I act on this? Yes, leads to action. No, to acceptance. But we often choose endless mental tourism, visiting problems without solving them. Unsolvable worries are like weather reports for places you'll never visit, amusing but useless. Anxiety often disguises itself as preparation. But over-preparation is not readiness, it's resistance in a clever costume. The moment you truly trust yourself, silence replaces scenarios. The anxious mind wants to control everything. But control is an illusion, especially over the future. The only real power is presence, and even that is a gentle one. The body reacts to thoughts as if they were real events. That's why imagining a disaster can trigger real tension, sweat, panic. But the reverse is also true. Imagine calm, and the body believes that too. Anxiety always begins with what if, but peace begins with even if. It's a choice of posture, contraction, or openness. Worry pretends to be love. It says, I care, so I fear. But true care is presence, not panic. The calm person brings more healing than the frantic one. The body never lies. It's always here, even when the mind wanders through imaginary storms. Your anxiety patterns are like background apps draining your mental battery, often the same fears in different costumes. An anxiety audit shows that 90% of your worries are repeats. and the predicted apocalypses never happened. We collect anxieties like trading cards that only add stress over time. Your anxiety record is worse than weather forecasts, yet you keep checking it. Seeing these patterns turns anxiety from a mysterious force into a recognizable habit. Habits, as you know, can be changed. Mindfulness isn't magic, but a light showing that the monster under the bed is just a sock's shadow. The more you track these repeating anxious loops, the weaker they become. Over time, you stop being a hostage to your thoughts and become their observer, and from there, freedom is just a step away. Your anxiety seems huge because you're looking at it through a mental microscope. Use the 5 to 5 -5 rule to create distance. Will it matter in 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years? This time telescope instantly shrinks problems to their real size. Your future self will probably laugh at what you considered a crisis today. Most anxieties have a shelf life shorter than milk. This rule doesn't diminish real problems, but helps accurately gauge your emotional investments by matching them with the problem's real impact. You regain scale, context, and clarity. In panic, it's easy to forget you are more than your anxiety. You are the one experiencing it, not the anxiety itself. Switching from microscope to telescope, you suddenly see not a catastrophe, but just a wave that came and will go. Imagine anxiety having office hours, and the rest of the time you're free. Schedule your worry like a doctor's visit, necessary but brief. We give anxiety a universal pass, allowing it to interrupt any activity. When you give anxiety strict time frames, it becomes more efficient and stops working off hours. Notice how your mind stops producing worries when real deadlines appear, proving anxiety thrives in leisure. Nothing is more urgent than your peace, and this creates real mental space for joy and creativity. Your clarity is not accidental, but the result of disciplined attention. When anxiety knows its schedule, it loses the dictator's power and becomes a subordinate. You become the architect of inner order, where even fear has a strictly defined place. Your brain confuses thinking about problems with solving them, like revving the engine of a parked car. Action is the gear that moves life forward. Doing itself dissolves anxiety, because movement creates clarity better than meditation. And in practical results, physics beats philosophy. Stop marinating problems in worry. It's time to cut them with the knife of action. Time to close the mental cookbook and start cooking. Every step forward creates momentum, while rumination only creates inertia, and your confidence grows from completion, not contemplation. Even imperfect action is better than flawless analysis that leads nowhere. Hands busy with work leave no room for anxious thoughts. When you move, reality becomes clear, and anxiety is just noise lost behind your footsteps. Step back to see the big picture. Your worries are just pixels. The question isn't whether you'll handle problems, but whether you'll notice life's beauty while handling them. We look at life through the microscope of anxiety, while we should use the telescope of perspective. Your dying self won't ask, "Did I worry enough?" but "Did I love, laugh, and live enough?" When you broaden your view, problems don't disappear but take their proportional place in the big picture. These techniques are parts of a single system. Practice them constantly as you invest in your mental capital. You don't fix life. You free yourself to fully experience it. If these ideas resonate with you and you want to continue the path to a mindful and calm life, subscribe to the SageBuddy channel.